Welcome and good morning to another edition of the Friday Morning Commute with your host, Rovin Doug. Let's go ahead and get started. So this week has brought a good amount of information to us from Bungie. So let's go ahead and run down the usual offerings from Zero real quick. For the Titans, we have the Taikonaut helmet. For the Hunters, we have the Sealed Ahamkara Grasps Gauntlet. For the Warlocks, we have the Apotheosis Veil Helmet. Then for everyone, we have the Exotic Gauntlet Engram. And for Year 1 Legacy gear, we have the Legacy Exotic Body Armor Engram. Now remember, as always, the Legacy Exotic Engram is for Year 1 currently. So, do not expect to get a Year 2 exotic out of it unless you by chance have enough legendary marks and you get a Year 1 to Year 2 exotic. Now, moving forward, we have the Bungie live reveal of the things to collect and the This Week at Bungie post. That's really the meat of the show today. You know, we have Iron Banner going on. It's Control. It's got some cool gear. I believe it's got the hand cannon and the... I know for sure it has the machine gun. So that's always a lot of fun. But in the case of the stream reveal, a lot of this is going to be very opinionated. I try to keep it somewhat objective, but today it's going to be very subjective. In the course of the show, we saw Bungie reveal some really nifty armor ideas. Armor that could take a piece of light, essentially, or chroma. Think of it as armor that you can give a single LED color. And so currently those armors, there's 6 of them total. And they're from essentially getting luck of the draw in packages. Now, because these are vanity items, like the SRL items were, they do start at level 3. However, very similar to the way that SRL armor worked, you can get them from drops, or you can get you essentially get them from the Sterling chests. The Sterling chests, each player will have a chance of getting 3 a week. One from the Postmaster a week, one from completing the 41 challenge mode Prison of Elders, and then one from completing the weekly Crucible activity. Whether that's, control focused or clash focused or mayhem clash, it doesn't matter. Now, unlike some of the SRL racing gear, which did not have any light level, all of this armor starts at 3 light. And you're thinking, that's not too terrible. I mean, the grind is going to be forever real to get this armor back up. Yes and no. So, in the process of the show, they also showed off that the infusion system is going to work differently. They're actually going to be a direct infusion. So you take a level 3 piece of armor, you take a 320 piece of armor, you take that 320 piece of armor and infuse it into your level 3 piece of armor, you now have a level 320 piece of armor, where the level 3 piece of armor stood. There's no more splitting the difference, no more working your way up and hoping that your grind for 320s was successful. What does this mean? It essentially means that you can now buy armor with the rolls that you want. Now, you can't buy exact pieces of armor. You can buy the Sterling chests, and you're guaranteed 1 piece of armor, and then you're possibly guaranteed another item. So with that being said, Bungie's getting close to the line that a lot of people are uncomfortable with, in the sense of you can purchase in-game gear without having completed the in-game. Now, with this gear, it's not... At the moment, it's only available through the Sterling chests. Everyone's going to get at least 3 Sterling chests a week if their characters are up for it. Which is okay. You know, the armor starts out at level 3, or light level 3, so you have to take some effort to build it up. You're not, spending $5 to get a 335 piece of armor, loading out your entire character for $20 and then having at it. On the same hand, though, at what point does Bungie stop including items into the Eververse Trading Company? In my mind, this is about as far as they can legitimately push this without community outright crying wolf and backing away from Bungie as a developer completely. Harsh words, I'm sorry. If we even get a weapon, a gun, doesn't matter what type, that's a prank weapon and only is available from Eververse, that would be enough for me to be like, Bungie, you've lost me from Destiny. Because if they start selling weapons, even vanity weapons that do nothing, literally, you go into battle and you go pop and it just says, hooray! You still have sold a weapon. You still have implemented the mechanics for you to buy in-game weapons and in-game armor in a fashion that you said back in December that was not your intent. And in all fairness, this could be as far as Bungie pushes it. And Bungie's being, in my mind, decently fair to give each player a chance to complete these different armor sets. So, at the moment, Bungie is treading this fine line, but at least they're, at face value, doing it in a way that makes it able for us to at least stand behind it. I'm not going to say get behind it, but I will at least play with the mechanic and check it out and hope for RNG to roll in my favor. Now, we also noticed that one of the new armor sets is a taken armor set. So it's not a full shader, which is kind of saddening, but as long as you get all 4 pieces of armor, you unlock the taken shake, taken jitter emote. So this, is another kind of sore spot because you have to have the armor, get the armor, or buy the armor in order to get the emote. But once you have the emote, you have the emote. So my hope going forward is that we'd see a light sprinkling of these types of armor, and that future armors in the game are compatible with this chroma system, which is really nifty. So each piece of armor and some weapons, have this new node. One is so you can put a piece of chroma in, and it's locked based on what the node is. So if your weapon has a yellow chroma node, you only can put in yellow chroma. Now there is also a reroll chroma node option. Reroll chroma node. There we go. So you're not locked into that color if you don't like it. With that being said, the new color mechanics I find are going to be very intriguing to see what Guardians look like. Especially, are they going to use chrome armor in the Crucible? Is it going to be mainly Vanity in the Tower and or raids? I don't know. It will be interesting to see. All that said, I'm still excited. This instant infusion makes it so I'm not grinding everything trying to get my armor to 335. Now, with that being said, as far as I know, drop rates have not changed. So you could still be grinding for a 320 piece of armor to get your class item up to 320 and still be up a creek without a paddle. Now, on the other hand, you could also be extremely lucky in the RNG department and get 4 pieces of 335 that you don't care about and infuse them into the gear that you do care about, and you're on your way to 335 lickety-split. We'll just have to see how everything goes when the April update occurs. Now, as a side note, the Division is also releasing their first kind of content push on April 12th. And it'll be interesting to see where on the 12th people land, especially in the streaming directory. Is it going to be, a couple of the big hitters coming back into Destiny for this new content, and then going back to the Division, or are they going to stay in the Division and then come back to Destiny? I don't know. I'm very interested to see this and how it occurs. All in all, it should be a very exciting time. I just hope, especially with this next week's live stream, that some of the changes they're making in the Crucible is going to be ideal for both casual players as well as a little bit more hardcore players. All in all, this is really going to kind of set the outlook of how the rest of 2016 looks in regards to content and Destiny in general. If all this content pans out and everything's golden, then Destiny's still going to be a viable game for a lot of people. If it doesn't, then you're going to have people grind it and quit it in the hopes that what they just did transfers to year 2. And if it doesn't, I doubt a lot of people will be coming to Destiny year 2. All in all, I'm still excited. I'm still optimistic, we'll put it that way. I want to see what comes. Bungie, don't disappoint. As always, let's go over the items from Xur one last time. We have the Taikonaut helmet for the Titans. We have the sealed Aham Kara grasps for Hunters. We have the Apotheosis Veil for Warlocks. The exotic Gauntlet engram for everyone. And then a Legacy exotic body armor engram for anyone looking to collect the year 1 armor. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Try to get a Praxic Order, Praxic Fire chest piece if you haven't, and you're a Warlock. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Also, feel free to check out Bungie.net for the This Week at Bungie post. It has the video of the reveal, which is about an hour, not quite. You have some of the notes, Too Long Didn't Read, and some clarifying questions. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys stick around. Feel free to follow me here on Periscope to see when I go live again. You can also follow me on Twitter to see when I go live on Periscope and Twitch. And then you can follow me on Twitch to see when I go live on Twitch. And then YouTube whenever I post videos up like this one. All under the same username of RovinDoug, RovinDoug. V as in violin, E-N-D-O-U-G. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later, Guardians. Enjoy the space.